Alright, guys. So, I'm going to be doing my review of Doctor Who The Star Beast. This is the start of the trilogy of the return of David Tennant, Catherine Tate, Russell T Davies. I wouldn't say a return to form, but it definitely got... When Russell T Davies was announced and Tennant and Tate were both announced for this, return trilogy and the announcement of a new Doctor, which I'm sure we'll get at the end of the trilogy, it was kind of a big deal. It was very much a big deal. And I'm not saying, Jodie Whittaker was bad as the Doctor. I'm not saying she was bad as the Doctor at all. I thought she was good. The thing is that the series wasn't good. It's very much like, if I may interject some football humor into this video real fast, it's very much like how when you get a... It's very much how, when you get a star offensive coordinator from a great football team, and then he immediately shits the bed because he doesn't know what he's fucking doing. It's very much so. Basically, Chris Chibnall was Josh McDaniels. Only football fans are gonna get that joke. So he McDaniels'd it, is what I'm saying. Anyway, anywho. So, let's talk about this episode. Now, like I said, this is the start of the 60th anniversary trilogy, and it's definitely a good episode. It's definitely, like I said, when we're talking about return to form, it's very much a return to form in Doctor Who, because this is a Davies script if I ever saw one. This is very much a Davies era episode if I ever saw one. It's quick, both of... The jokes are quick-witted, the action's very fast-paced, and you do kind of see the twist coming in some cases. And it was very much the case with the villain of this, which we will get to in a bit. But, yeah, first off, what can I say about David Tennant as the Doctor? Seeing him back as the Doctor and hearing his classic theme again was awesome. It brought me back to the days of when we all really loved Doctor Who, even though Capaldi's my Doctor. But we all admit it, we all started with Tennant. We all began with David Tennant. That was the Doctor we all started with, and then worked our way backwards or forwards, because time travel is like that. So, in that regard, I really do like that. And Donna Noble! Catherine Tate and Tennant have not missed a beat. They have in no way missed a beat as Donna and the Doctor. Donna is arguably the best companion. Don't fight me on this, you will lose. And she shows it again. If you guys remember way back in her era of Doctor Who, she basically was imprinted with Time Lord energy. I'm paraphrasing, of course, and I'm just shortening it up. And basically the Doctor had to, block her memories of him, or the Time Lord energy would fry her mind if she ever remembered. So that's kind of the running thing, is that the Doctor's trying to keep Donna from remembering in this episode, while there's a crisis going on. The Noble family, I really like. I really like the chemistry between them. Rose is really neat. I will say, though, that, the thing they do with her, and I'll get into it later, was kind of I feel like we've done this before, 3 times, and it's still, here it's the closest it's ever going to work. Here this is the closest it's ever going to work. Anyway, so I do think and I'm going to throw out this theory real quick, that one of the things that is going on in the running... I think it's going to be a running thing where the Doctor's going to be talking about, how... because there's a lot of, letting go and, why did you get this face? I think it's kind of the thing of the Doctor is kind of, having this crisis of, do I let it go? Do I let this old life go and or am I just trying to run from the future again? That's what I think. That's what I'm kind of interpreting. Just little cues here and there. Anyway, so the other thing is, let's talk about the story, because like I said, it's very much a Russell T Davies episode, and it's very much feels like a Russell T Davies episode. The villain of the story, the Meep. I mean, the moment you see it, you're like, that's the villain. And I know, in the episode, they're like, oh, Meep is sweet and kind. I'm like, no, I've seen enough of this. I've seen enough of where this story goes, so I already know that's the villain right out the gate. And I know they do a lot of, references and hints to E.T. They're very blatant with the E.T. references, but Yeah, the Meep isn't really a interesting villain, and maybe they'll bring him back. Also, that voice, I don't know who the voice of the Meep was, but they sounded really familiar. I don't know who it was, but they sounded so fucking familiar. So if anyone knows, let me know in the comments below. And this is the part where I get like 30 comments saying the same thing. Oh boy. Let's just, if the first person finds it, don't bother repeating it, because they've already answered the question. You know? Can we do that, please? I don't need like 20 comments saying like, you know, the same answer. Anyway, yeah, so the Meep, the episode itself was, alright. The Meep isn't really a great villain, although I'm pretty sure they're trying to make the Meep into a future villain for the next Doctor. Maybe, I don't know. We have a lot of villains out there that do, like, are one and done, and I feel like the Meep might be one and done. But then again, Davies really likes to use his obscure villains. Remember how they use the, those, what do you call them? The ones from the Ninth Doctor era? Those fat, like, burping characters, really disgusting. I can't remember, but they were, yeah. Anyway. So yeah, maybe, like, the more I think of it, it's like, maybe we'll get the Meep in a future episode if this is Davies. Anyway. We don't get a lot of the Celestial Toymaker, but we do get the Meep saying the boss, so it's obviously, like, and we do have a reference to a lot of, like, Donna's daughter, Rose, which, cute play on word right there, having a lot of toys, so obviously we're building to the Toymaker in some capacity. I would not be shocked if they, like, reference him more in the second episode. Yeah. Now, speaking of Rose, I do enjoy the character, but the whole thing of why I'm kind of like, we've done this before. We've done this a few times, actually, and it doesn't, and, like, this is the closest we're ever going to get it to work. And that being, ladies and gentlemen, is that we've done the whole, like, Doctor's daughter kind of thing, and now we're just doing it again with Donna's daughter. So, the whole, like, you know, genetic transference of Time Lord energy. I feel like we've done this a few times in Doctor Who, and it never, like, it never works without feeling MacGuffin-ish. You know what I'm saying? If that makes any sense. So, but here it feels like it works a little better in the sense because it's Donna's child, and, like, it passed on, the Time Lord energy passed on to her in pregnancy, and I was like, all right, that the pseudoscience is sound. All right, I'll give it that. But yeah, and I kind of figured, like, I already figured that out, and I'm pretty sure everyone else watching that was like, oh yeah, that's, you know, she has Time Lord energy too, right? Like, that's the thing. It's kind of predicted. Like, that's if there was one problem I had with this episode, it's that you had so many predictable moments, and, like, I feel like this episode was trying to play safe, which, in fairness, I do see, like, why they would want to play safe after everything that happened, after how bad Chibnall's era was. So I imagine this return to form was meant to be like, all right, guys, we're back, we're okay, it's okay, we're back, we're all right. You see, David Tennant, Donna Noble, they're here. Come on, you know, you like them. Come on, you know, you like them. Yeah, Davies is here too. So it feels very safe, and I'm curious to see the next two specials, which I think are coming out in December, next month, so, you know, be prepared for that. And I'm very much looking forward to Neil Patrick Harris as the Celestial Toymaker. I cannot wait to see what they'll do with him. Yeah. So all in all, while this was safe, I thought it was fun. Like I said, it's very much a return to form for Doctor Who. So there you go, guys. That's my review for Doctor Who: The Star Beast. You guys tell me in the comments below, what did you guys think of it? Just comment below, let me know. Other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.